Okay, can you tell that I'm not wearing a bra? Can you? If you don't know me, my name is Sam, and if you do know me, my name is Samuel. I'm working on another video right now, but since that one's taking kind of a little bit of time, I decided to make one in the meantime. So, easiest video to make is obviously a Q&A. So, first question, what's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you? Oh my god, I do know. There's been a lot of embarrassing things that have happened to me. This one was just like, I just remember like flushing red for like, I don't know how long. I was at volleyball practice. There's a long hallway and there's two gyms. There's a gym at each end of the hallway. So we were practicing in this gym and we had to go to this gym to go get one of the poles or the nets or something, I forget. And so I had walked down and then hid in like a divot in the hallway, like waiting for my teammates to come so I can jump out and scare them. I'm waiting, I'm like so excited because I'm like, I'm gonna scare the shit out of them, like this is gonna be so funny. Holding my breath so I can do a really good job. And like, you know when you scare somebody and you're like, boo! And it's like, I scream, like, ah! And I scream, and this woman, not my teammates, this like grown woman with her coffee in her hand is like, fuck! Coffee spilled hot on her white sweater, and I'm like this, looking at her. Oh my god. Like 20 feet behind this woman, there's my teammates. And then like I just see my coach pop her head out to be like, what the f. That was embarrassing. Like I remember her being like, I'm so sorry, and she was like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, I don't know. That's the most embarrassing thing I can think of right now. There's plenty, but let's not. What's your advice for someone who wants to start surfing but never has before? I feel so bad for the people that want to learn to surf but are too afraid because of various reasons. They're too afraid because of the ocean. Go on a calm day with small waves. I swear to you, it's not scary, it's beautiful. You will not get attacked by a shark. You won't. And if you do, I will give you $1 million if you get attacked by a shark, but you won't. And 3, don't get embarrassed when you learn to surf because everyone had to learn at some point. Not one person just went out and was like immediately like super good. Like everything takes time to learn. Don't get scared of the other surfers. Definitely don't get in people's way because that's kind of annoying, but like if you're respectful, like they're gonna be respectful to you. And so when you do catch a wave, or even if you fall or you know whatever, no one's gonna make fun of you. No one. And if they do, they're fucking loser, so screw that person. But no one's gonna make fun of you. Surfing is like, people are nice, I swear. What is one personality trait that you love about Virgo? Obviously I love a lot of things, but one thing that I think is like hilarious, I'm like very animated with my jokes, so like when I tell a joke, I'm like in your face. She like sits back and casually like puts out these like super witty like one-liners, and then she knows it's funny, but she won't laugh. Like she'll be like, I think it's funny that she's secretly funny. It's 11:11. How did you start skating? I started skateboarding when I was like 3 or 4 years old because my babysitter, his name was Scott, he was obsessed with Cameron Diaz, and she had lived in like my neighborhood when I was growing up because we lived by the beach and there was like some nice houses down the way. I remember him being like, we're gonna find her. And I was little, like I'm like, I got a skateboard for Christmas, and then my babysitter Scott was like teaching me how to ride it, and literally, I'm not kidding, every time he babysat, it was like we would skate up and down the street until I could keep up with him. And then the second I was able to keep up with him, we were on a hunt for Cameron Diaz to go look and find her. So we would go and knock on doors, and he would use me, because I'm a cute little kid at the time, he would use me knocking on the door. I forget, I don't know what he would ask or what he would say, but we were looking for Cameron Diaz. Yeah, that's how I started skating. What do you like to do on rainy days? Rainy days, oh my god. The rain affects my mood so much. The clouds are depressing me. So literally the rainy days, Grace and Frankie on Netflix is the best show. Is the best show, I swear to you. Like, I love that show. And my friends make fun of me for watching that show because it's 2 old ladies, and they say it's like an old person show. My legs are falling asleep. Oh. My legs are really falling asleep. they're like, oh, you're gonna knit while you watch it? And I'm like, and then kind of part of me is like, knitting could be kind of fun. But no, it's not an old person show, it's for everyone. It's not for everyone, not the youngins. But it's funny as hell. Do you regret your lip tattoo? No, because it's a lip tattoo, so you can't really see it unless I show you. So it's like, can you see it? When I got this tattoo, and they were like, yeah, it's gonna last like 4 to 6 months. So, you know, like they told me like it wasn't gonna last very long. They're like, it's gonna last for like 4 to 6 months, it'll fade out. And then I'm like, well, it's on the inside of my lip, so what do I care? It's not like it's like on my face. And so I was like, okay, cool. And here we are, 6 years later, this tattoo is like, what brand of coffee do you like and how do you take it? Everyone asks how I drink my coffee. I used to drink my coffee with like, literally like 2 packs of sugar and 2 creamers, and like I would like load it up and it would taste like, obviously like heavenly goodness because it was so sugary. But then I realized I can't be drinking coffee like that, like 6 times a day, because I'm gonna be like 500 pounds. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to cut that stuff out. So I stopped putting cream and I stopped putting sugar in it. And I started using natural sweeteners like honey. And now I can appreciate black coffee by itself. I never thought I would be able to, but it's fucking delicious. Types of coffee I drink is unlimited. Like, I will try any coffee. If you could change your name, what would you change it to? If I can change my name, I would change it to Samuel. 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 I love it. Do you regret going to college? No. You know, honestly, what I regret is I regret going to college straight out of high school. People always say like, if you don't go to college right after high school, you're never gonna go. That's complete bullshit. Maybe everybody needs a couple more years to grow up before they go to college. So then that they actually try and they take it seriously and that money goes to good use, you know? So, I don't regret college at all. I'm super happy I have a degree. I learned a lot. How did you become confident? How did you become confident? Well, here's the thing. Growing up, I was so shy. To be honest with you, social media has played a huge role, and I know that sounds sad, but like, I like social media for that part. I had like, you know, I had what I thought, and so what I still think is like this humor that I'm like, oh, I love making people laugh. But I would never make people laugh unless it was like my close group of like 3 friends. I would never take it to a broader scale because I was too afraid, like, oh, people will judge me, they'll comment on the way that I look if they don't like the way I look, or they'll comment on my voice if they don't like my voice, or they're gonna comment on that I'm not funny, or they're gonna say all these things, and it's freaking me out, and so I would never do it. First time it was when like Snapchat stories became a thing, Snapchat stories. So this was years ago. Super sick, like I had the flu and I was home and I was bored, so I like made this video. But I made this video to like, on my story, but this is back when no one followed me. So this was years back, no one followed me, it was just my friends, like my real life friends, like not internet friends, not internet people, just my friends that were on my volleyball team and when I went to school with. And so, you know, I had like 22 views on my story, and I was like, those views, I got like 15 texts from my friends being like, what, like, I didn't even know you were weird. My friends were laughing, calling me weird, but in a good way. Like, being weird is cool, being weird is fun. I started, you know, more openly acting like that at school, at volleyball, and then like online. And cause I was just like, I got like some little bit of acceptance, and that's why I like social media, is it gave me a little bit of courage to like be a freak and like know that people, it like gave me like a testing ground, see that people liked it. And then I was like, I got some courage to be like, oh, I can be like this in real life. I can be myself. And then I became more confident because I was like, because then I was like, who the fuck cares what anybody even thinks anyways? I could post this shit regardless and nobody can laugh, and that's not gonna stop me. So I thought that was cool, but that made me become more confident, is because I had that. If you could pick one person to spend the rest of your life with, who would it be? Favorite part about SoCal and least favorite part of it. SoCal, Southern California. My favorite part about Southern California is that there are palm trees everywhere. There's waves everywhere. It's beautiful, and there's a lot to do because I'm like really into like the beach culture, so I love it. Least favorite part of it is that there's a lot of money in Southern California, And with money comes rich, snobby people, and you know, it's like a bunch of people with plastic surgery walking around with. There's nothing wrong with plastic surgery if you have it. I'm just saying. It's a bunch of people that are like, they all look the same. They all have the same lips and nose, and all the moms are blonde with fake tits, and they're just like, taking my kid to soccer. And I'm like, I wanna go somewhere else. Sorry, somehow I ended up on Instagram, and I just was in the vortex. Vortex is when you're on your phone, and you are trapped. All of a sudden you come out of it and it's like, it's been 2 days and you're like, what the fuck? Watching videos and looking at memes, and then all of a sudden, you know, it's Christmas. So weird how that happens. You know how that happens to everybody? Do I need to go put one on?